Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 20. We made it to the big 2-0 of Pokemon Gold for the Game Boy Color. Last time, we beat up Team Rocket in their basement of the herb shop.
Are we really the hero?
I don't know, man. They're just a couple down on their luck gangsters trying to make their way in the world. And they just want to control Pokemon and people. What's wrong with that?
Oh, that's a pretty cool gym.
It's nice to see you, Gold.
Oh. Dude just snowboards in to fight you.
This gym has my seal of approval.
Haha.
This guy.
So
He's gonna burn up all of his ice jokes at the very beginning.
Now, if you want more ice jokes, I'm available at bar mitzvahs, parties. My rates are online.
We'll call you, sir.
So Giovanni has a Persian. Yeah.
In the anime, yeah.
Yeah. Is Meowth related to that Persian at all?
I don't think so.
Is Team Rocket's job just like cat sitting for Giovanni?
Well, no, I think, at least in the early episodes, Meowth claims that he was like Giovanni's pet. But ever since he was like assigned to Jesse and James, it's in the episode where they go on the SSN. They call Giovanni for the first time, and he's got the Persian with him, and Meowth's like, "What, boss? You replaced me?"
Dang.
I'm imagining, so it's like that meme of Family Guy where they're all like drowning.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And so it's Meowth, and he's like, I don't really care for Persian. I don't care for Persian.
I didn't care for Salamence. Hell, he's like the best Pokemon. I didn't care for it. It's too powerful. It's too powerful.
He's just a dragon.
If you want more funny Family Guy references, we're available for bar mitzvahs, birthday parties.
Ice cream socials.
Gear Check game funny moments.
Oh my god.
So basically Deckard is going to literally one-punch this entire gym.
Oh yeah, because this is like the this is secretly the water type gym of Johto, with a few notable exceptions. Deckard isn't going to be the best choice for certain Pokemon that appear in this gym, but if you picked Cyndaquil, you shouldn't have any issues.
Yeah. Well, like even if you pick Cyndaquil, you're still gonna have a little trouble. I don't know. I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it. Does Piloswine have any Earth type moves at all?
I forget. I'm guessing in the remakes it probably does, just because the Gen 4 games are really good about coverage in general, especially with like later game bosses. I mean, that's not even a coverage thing. That's just like, it's a ground type Pokemon, like with a stab move.
Yeah.
It's just that these older games are weird with that sort of thing.
It's a ground type Pokemon with a stab move. It's just like a Pokemon burrowing in the ground, and it like pokes up a knife through the dirt.
It's a Sandshrew with a knife.
I mean, I guess Piloswine could stab you with his
Diglett
tusks.
with like a broken bottle taped to its head.
Watch out.
Ground types, you gotta watch them. They're shifty.
Yeah, I guess so. Who knew what was underneath the dirt on Diglett?
Yeah. He's just like covered. He's got like all those like goth kid spikes.
It's just Tremors, but with like Diglets with like sharp objects taped to their heads.
Like little switchblades.
He finally opens his mouth, and it's just like that creepy mouth from the Graboids.
The Graboids.
I forget. It's, since it's been forever, what are we trying to evolve Eevee into again? Or was that supposed to be a surprise?
So, I want an Espeon because I wanted a good Psychic type, because that's why I originally was going for Slowpoke. But then I immediately changed my mind because I was like, wait, Eevee exists, and it's daytime. I could just get an Espeon.
Oh, yeah, but didn't you miss out on Confusion?
I missed out on Confusion. There's still a chance for Psybeam. at 36. So if he can evolve by 36, I'll have an Espeon. So that is the goal, because you only have 2 choices early game in Gen 2 and its remake. Because like we've said before, they ain't no rocks, no stones, not till the late game.
I remember back in college when we played this game together, we went for Umbreon, and we literally didn't get it enough happiness to evolve Eevee until like Victory Road.
Yeah.
I don't know what went wrong, right. But it ain't easy.
It can't have been us doing anything wrong if the Pokemon wasn't happy.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't our fault. The best way to do it, I've seen, because I think in this game you get him at level 20, but in the remakes you get him at level 5.
Okay.
So the best way to do it is to just breed one down, so that way every level he gets more happiness early on.
Oh god, this is the thing rest. Oh god, this might hurt.
Yeah, pretty much all of the Dugongs in here have rest, and it's annoying.
Ooh!
Dude, this is why Sudowoodo is so good. Like, he's a rock type that has access to fighting moves. Like, oh. Which is, I don't know if I've ever told this story before. The first time I played Gen 5, I was dumb. Even though I was like 20-something. I didn't realize that Conch Elder, or Conch Elder, however you call him, that thing that has the giant columns in its hands, I didn't realize it was fighting type, because I thought if it was holding these big rock columns, he's a rock type. But I would go up against flying types and get annihilated. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, oh, he's fighting.
Well, you see, there's this helpful thing called the status screen that'll tell you what type your Pokemon is.
I don't know what I was smoking at the time. I do not know what happened.
And if you're playing, I think it was Sun and Moon, there's an even more convenient thing where it'll just tell you what moves to use against the different types.
It'll highlight the super effective moves. Sword and Shield does that as well.
I don't object entirely to like the idea of that, but like the implementation of it is so like, because all it takes is like you just have to defeat a Pokemon, like a species of Pokemon once, and then every subsequent time you fight that species, it'll tell you like all of your moves that are effective or super effective. And like ideally I would want it to be a little more like in depth.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you don't, well, I don't know, whatever.
The game, I feel like, I like how it's implemented. But, like, I think they should just include, because at this point Pokemon's old enough, somewhere in a tutorial in the game, they should just include the type effectiveness graph in the game someplace.
Well, that's another thing. Like, do you think it's giving the player too much information to like tell you the type of your opponent Pokemon all the time?
I mean, once you've seen it once, will it show up in the Pokedex, or do you have to capture one to find out what it is?
Well, you have to. I think you have to catch the Pokemon in order for its type to appear.
Okay. But knowing what's effective against it, you just have to fight one once.
Yeah, well, and of course, every Pokemon game, there are certain Pokemon that aren't obtainable, like, in your... And I know it's like... It sounds really stupid, like, everybody knows what type... Okay, anybody who's going to watch this video knows, like, what type of Pokemon, like, most Pokemon are, but... If you take a step back from that and just kind of look at Pokemon as a game, that's just another way that, like, information... that's kind of critical to like the game is withheld from you for like no real good reason.
Like the happiness system.
Yeah.
Or the what do you call it? The EV system, the effort value system.
They should just make every Pokemon wear a name tag that's like, "Hi, my name is Shelter, and I'm this type."
Well, I mean, I guess if the designs like always did a really clear job of telling you like what type the Pokemon is, But every once in a while you get weird ones like, I think the classic example is like Charizard not being a dragon type. I mean, it's not like it has like an esoteric typing or anything, it's fire, it has its tail is on fire and it has wings, like fire flying. That's pretty obvious, but
so you say that
it also resembles a dragon, yet it's not a dragon type. So
there are two families of Gen 5 Pokemon that always confuse me. Like I have to re-look them up every time. One's the Bisharp family.
Oh yeah.
Because he's just covered in blades, and I'm just like, oh, he's steel type.
Is it dark steel?
Dark. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other is Scrafty.
Oh yeah. Scrafty, which is somehow a fighting type.
He's fighting dark.
This Pokemon is clearly cursed type.
Yes. Good old Jinx. Oh yeah, this is after they implemented the purple dye. On all Jinxes going forward.
Yes.
They're all shinies, technically.
For Jinx got Mr. Popoed. Probably for the best.
Yeah. We're about to annihilate it, though. This was my brother's dragon killer in Gen 1 and Gen 2. He loved this thing.
Yeah, I've used Jinx a few times in the earlier gens. I stick by it.
Yeah, well, I guess ice types are, like, if you're going just for casual, if you're fighting Lance with them, they're 4 times effective against them.
Roxanne.
I thought about that joke, but I didn't say it.
Well, yeah, I edit out these Poké Centers. I'm angry at Pastray. So I think I've fought all the dudes. I think the next step is Pryce. Oh yeah, this is where I insert me gushing about Pryce in the manga. Can I though? Because there's like a lot of spoilers for Pryce. Listen, if you're watching this and you want to read the Pokemon manga, skip ahead to the end of the video.
Just don't even watch the rest. Oh my god.
Pryce is the he's a bad guy.
Oh yeah, they play a lot more fast and loose with like the canon of the games than the I guess the anime turns Sabrina into like a spooky like horror lady.
Oh yeah, dude, Sabrina in the manga, God, she's a total enemy. She's aligned with Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Like, she gets along with nobody. Like even other members of Team Rocket don't like her.
What do you guys think of Pryce as a boss?
He's trolly as heck. So I'll say it.
Piloswine looks like that one dude's hair in Mob Psycho. That
God.
He like piles up the hair on his head.
See, I was gonna say like, he looks like the protagonist of Battle Construction Vehicles when they dump water on his head.
Yeah.
And they identify that he's related to like the villain because their head is shaped the same.
Battle Construction.
Thank you, Gaming Brit, for that delightful video from like 7 years ago.
I think you showed me that video.
Yeah. Battle Construction Vehicles.
Man, I just realized there's going to be a One Piece character that you're going to love later on.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
What, a One Piece
It's
character
way
that's lovable?
Later on, though.
Say it isn't so.
I think the One Piece character I like right now is the guy who basically is just Sid from FF7.
What, Polly?
Pouty.
Yeah.
Pouty.
That's a good design. I think all of the shipwrights are fun-looking characters.
He's my favorite because he looks like a Final Fantasy character that I liked.
For the record, we just finished the Water 7 arc, so... In our very slow watch through of the entire anime.
It's Trey's favorite because he's the only character that he's seen in the current arc.
I've seen like 3 episodes.
But don't worry, he's gonna get caught up and join us for Ennie's Lobby, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
I thought about like jumping into one of your calls and watching One Piece and just being like, "Yo, catch me up."
So that's basically me every other session because I skip a lot.
All right, so go from the beginning. Just catch me up.
Well, that was something Dan pointed out the last time we did One Piece Wednesday, as we call it.
Trey joined us like after not seeing anything. It was like near the end of the Water 7 arc, and he hadn't seen any of it before that. And I was just like, all right, let's just test out how good One Piece is about like all this stuff, all this like recapping it does to catch up people that like might not have seen the previous episodes.
And it was good. I got caught up.
We're like the classic bit where the villains like explain their plan to each other, even though they already know it. Just like in case somebody's just tuning in and don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's just always nice to. There's really no defense for that, is there?
Well, you see, if you're a villain, you get this curse called the monologue.
You know, it just occurred to me that when we started fighting Pryce, I asked you guys what you thought of him as a boss, and nobody said anything, and now he's gone. So I guess that tells me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
So he can be a rest wall. I don't know if he displayed it much here. I pretty much just annihilated him with Ampharos. Oh yeah. So this part of the game, if you tune into any radio station
after 3 years in development,
it's just going to all be Team Rocket.
Team Rocket gets on after 3 years of development, being like, I see that I am unfashionably late, but I'm willing to give you everything I got.
We're just listening to their theme song now.
Yeah, we're Team Rocket now.
Good anime rendition too. Shocker.
Yeah,
I know.
It is a little sad that even though you have your radio on, when you transition zones, it changes to the zone music. It's like, oh yeah. Speaking of Diglett, y'all little worm,
Diglett,
y'all little graboid.
Diglett, dig.
I'm a little sad that in the remakes that Pryce doesn't have like a Mamoswine to like mess with your head.
He probably does in his rematch, if I had to guess.
Ooh, yeah.
Along with some other like crazy Pokemon.
Dude, so I'm glad you mentioned the rematches. Because that is one of the coolest but silliest things about Heart Gold and Soul
It's
Silver.
like two really cool ideas, you know, that are completely incompatible with each other.
Yeah.
The idea of being able to rematch gym leaders and the ability to find gym leaders in like certain parts of the world at certain times of day / days of the week, like doing things that like reinforce their character. Both of those are great like on their own. The fact that you have to find the gym leaders in specific locations only on certain days of the week in order to gain the ability to rematch them is moronic.
And the stupidest one to me is the final one, because you have to find every other gym leader before you can get blue.
Oh yeah.
And like you have to talk to his sister for like every day for a week or something.
Oh my god.
And then have fought every other or found every other gym leader, and then he'll be like, okay, fine, here's my phone number, call me on this day.
Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
Catch 15 other people's phone numbers just to be able to fight this guy. I mean, and he is hard. Like, he's not red hard, but he has a comparable team. So it's like, okay, he's kind of like red light.
Well, yeah, that's another good point, though. Is like, what are the chances that on an average playthrough you're going to find all of the gym leaders rematches before you face red?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that like the rematches were like added into the remake, and that wasn't really a factor in the original game. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just another example of Pokemon like overcomplicating something that shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't know. I think there may be an NPC in the game who tells you where they all are, but I don't really
like if there were just like items you could get, by finding the gym leaders in specific locations based on like time of day and what day it is. Like I think that would be better. But the fact that the rematches, like how many people are actually going to see all of those rematches? It just seems, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to Goldenrod, right?
Yeah.
Just fly over there.
I don't have Hoot Hoot in my party, and I don't want to switch it to anyone else.
Oh my!
I'm being lazy. That and I don't want to edit it out. So I'm double lazy.
This part needed to be at least 20 minutes, come hell or high water.
Yeah, I have a minute quota.
Do you have shroom? Or are we gonna have to go through National Park?
I don't think I have
Wait a minute.
Humshrum on
Are
me.
you looking for something?
I'm trying to just like randomly run into one of the beasts.
Oh.
He's looking for ways to drag out this episode.
I mean, this is the route where I normally do it.
Yeah, it's either here or the one right next to Ecritique that I usually find them. It's the easiest one to farm the beasts.
Yeah,
on.
I forget what the exact trick is, but I remember seeing a lot of that patch of grass when I was looking for Raikou and Entei and Crystal. Because mercifully in Crystal, you just get Suicune like a normal boss battle.
Yeah, you get him. You fight him out in Kanto, don't you?
That's in the remakes, but in Crystal, I mean, it's the same idea, but in Crystal, you just fight Suicune outside of the Tin Tower. After we do the dungeon we're about to do.
Oh yeah, he tests your metal.
Yeah, the
out
item
there.
you get in Gold and Silver is replaced by the item that you need in order to make Suicune appear in front of the Tin Tower.
What is it, the clear bell?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then I'm guessing, and then in Heart Gold, then you can just like continue climbing the tower.
Mm-hmm.
But in Soul Silver, you gotta go to the basement of the ocean. Good luck. Good luck to any.
Yeah, Ho
hapless-
definitely made it out with the better dungeon. I'll give him that. The more navigable, the less like pull your
Yeah.
hair out. That's not an adjective, but never mind. See you next time.
See ya.
Radio Tower Takeover.
Bye.